Starboard, holistic health and fitness coach. A lot of people have asked me to make a video and talk about what my daily nutrition and fitness and lifestyle protocols are like. I usually don't talk too much about mine because mine are extremely strict by my own choice and necessity. I basically live like a warrior monk, leaning towards a highly disciplined and somewhat ascetic lifestyle in comparison to the average person nowadays, because that's what purifies and nurtures my soul. My lifestyle is not for everyone, but maybe bits and pieces of it would be useful to you. I've had a lot of health issues in the past, and I discovered and implemented a lot of spiritual, nutritional, and fitness protocols that pretty much saved my life and maintained my health at a significantly higher level of fitness and cognitive performance than the average person. Fitness tests show that I am fit, but my goal is to be ultra fit. If I can learn every martial art on the planet, I will do so. For 16 years, I had chronic, very debilitating back pain, a lot of food allergies and sensitivities to synthetic chemicals, all kinds of other strange, unexplainable to the standard medical system symptoms. Nobody knew what was going on. I had to just figure it all out on my own. And so I did. I healed all of these challenges with holistic methods that I discovered on my own. I had a conversation recently with Ardem Ankarali on his podcast where I talked more about the health issues I had, why I had them, and a little bit about how I resolved them. The link to that video is in the description if you want to get more details on that part of my story. It has been a very long, winding journey of healing and self discovery. I tried many things that didn't work or didn't work well enough, and I found a few things that work fantastically well to create and maintain health. I've integrated these golden nuggets into my lifestyle, and the result is my unique protocol that works for me and my goals. Please don't think you have to do everything I do or have done to heal from whatever ails you or to maintain your health. My personal routine has evolved a lot over the years as my goals have changed, and so will yours. So I wake up roughly between 6 and 7 a.m., depending on my training schedule and work schedule that day. I have an infrared sauna that I've had for over 15 years, and I meditate in the sauna for 1 hour right after waking. I don't turn on my phones. I don't talk to anybody. I don't do anything. I go straight from sleep to meditation. There's a important scientific reason for that. I ideally don't turn on the light. I just go straight in and go into meditation. And I've done this for about 3 years. Then after meditation, I take a cold shower, sort of Wim Hof style. I don't have a giant ice bucket, so I just take a cold shower. Anything between 30 seconds and 2 minutes. It doesn't have to be long. It gets the job done. Sometimes when I meditate, my spirit guides talk to me, and angels and other light beings do healing on me on whatever injuries I may have incurred in the previous day's trainings. I then make my green medicine drink. It's my own recipe. It has water, powdered superfoods, and powdered and liquid supplements. It tastes awful, and I love it because the more bitter, the better. Medicine, in my estimation, is not necessarily supposed to taste good. It's supposed to make you better. And I don't really care about taste that much. So usually, if things taste too sweet, they're probably not good for you. I then eat a very small portion of a grass-fed, grass-finished, pasture-raised beef and either 1 or 2 eggs, or maybe just beef by itself. Everything is always organic that I eat. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later. Because I take my supplements in the morning, I have to take them with food, so I have to eat something. When I was younger, I used to love to work out fasted. I wouldn't eat till maybe noon, but I can't do that anymore. I may then work out in the morning for 1 hour on my own or at the gym. I train at an MMA gym. MMA stands for mixed martial arts, and sometimes they have morning trainings. And sometimes I just go and into nature and I work out on my own if the weather is good. When I work out on my own, I typically will run for about 10 to 15 minutes and do 45 minutes of calisthenics and some weight training. When I work out at the MMA gym, I do kickboxing and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And sometimes after I do the MMA gym training, I'll go into nature and work out for another 30, 45 minutes. Every day, I'll devote 15 to 30 minutes or so to my own spiritual practice. That includes shamanic energy medicine, honoring the sacred, honoring my ancestors, honoring the sacred mother. I do healing on myself and possibly my family during that time. And also, that time is really for the purpose of strengthening my connection and communication with my own higher power and receiving the guidance that I need regarding my mission and my goals. My second meal of the day is typically a meal replacement shake that is high on protein and amino acids for lean muscle building. It's low glycemic and it is ketogenic. I work on my business for a few hours after that. And then in the afternoon and evenings, I see clients. I offer private, semi private, and group holistic health and fitness coaching sessions, mostly online right now, because I love working with people from all different places in the world. I love connecting with different types of people. I've always been like that. It works really well for my business model. Then in the evenings, I may train at the MMA gym if I have not done so in the morning because sometimes they offer evening classes. So for about 1 hour, I'll train there. Sometimes before or after this, I'll do a bit more weight training or stretching. There's a reason for that too, where if I'm going to work out, I try to uh, do as long of a workout as possible during that time. So that's why if I'm training at the gym and it's only 1 hour, sometimes that 1 hour is not quite enough for me, and I'll add a little more of my own training in there. I ran track in high school and have been a runner for over 30 years. And because I've done so many hours of running, my hip and leg muscles get very, very tight, and I have to stretch a lot to prevent injuries in my martial arts training. So I will do some stretching every day. I typically work out 5 to 6 days per week, totaling about 6 to 8, sometimes more hours of training per week. It just depends on how busy I am. I do notice that if I have free time, I'll always work out more. That's what ends up eating up my free time. About twice a month, I do acupuncture, chiropractic, massage, and cupping. I go to a traditional Chinese doctor for that. About every 3 to 6 months, I get naturopathic or functional medicine assessments done with my naturopath or with my functional medicine doctor. These tests help me to assess the level of health of all of my organs, brain, neurotransmitters, hormones, meridians, spine, and all the systems and functions of the body. Uh, I have to get them more often because in doing martial arts training, there is risk of injury. So I do them more often now. Otherwise, once a year, probably for an average person, once a year would be fine. Based on these assessments, I adjust my nutrition and supplementation protocols and fitness regimen. These assessments are available to all of my clients in their coaching programs as well. And they are very detailed. You could get up to 60 pages of very detailed data on exactly what's going on with you. You'll never get anything like this from a conventional, regular doctor. They don't even know that this exists. My nutrition is 100% organic and non GMO. Mainly whole foods is what I eat. A whole food is something that had a mother, came from the earth or from a tree or a bush. It has not been processed in a lab or a factory. If something was created in a lab and processed with synthetic chemicals, it cannot be classified as food. It's likely a pharmaceutical that just looks like food. And pharmaceuticals are made of petroleum plastics. So if you're not eating whole foods, that are organic and non GMO, you can bet you are eating plastic, which has no nutritional value. Most people don't realize this and the negative consequences of this on their health for the long term. Basically, it absolutely destroys your gut bacteria, which then destroys your immune system, leading to a cascade of other problems. And I've even seen it with professional athletes where they'll eat a conventional diet. They seem to be building their body. They have a body that looks good, but they die prematurely. They just feel awful. They feel exhausted. They don't understand why. They're not performing well. They seem to be doing everything their conventional coaches and conventional doctors and conventional advice tells them, and yet they are declining in health. And if you continue like that, eventually you're going to need a savior, someone who will literally save you from the disaster that your health has become. And your health can be a disaster even if you look good during that time. How you look is not necessarily a reflection of what's actually going on with your health. of your organs and your brain. So another important thing that people kind of are shocked at is I have not eaten in restaurants in over 10 years, probably more. I was never really big on restaurants personally, but for the last 10 years, I just don't even set foot in them, except very seldomly for like, if someone invites me or it's a special occasion. I prepare all of my own food and I keep it very simple. I've never been a foodie. Food to me is just fuel. I don't have any emotional attachments to food. If I could not eat, I would not. I lean ketogenic, but with more protein than fat. So it's not a classic keto diet. The classic keto diet is very interesting, but it has a slightly different purpose than for intensive athletic performance, which is what I'm going for. So for me, higher amount of protein is much better, especially because of my blood type. Genetically, I'm predisposed to developing celiac disease, which is a total intolerance to gluten. Gluten is a protein in wheat. It has something called gliadin, and it's extremely toxic. Gliadin is a neurotoxin, and my body is just extremely sensitive to it. So I consume no gluten at all. No breads, pastas, bagels, cereals, or starchy foods. Probably about 40 to 50% of my diet is animal protein: beef, fish, turkey, chicken, eggs, etc. All of the beef is grass-fed, grass-finished, pasture-raised. Eggs are organic, humanely raised, pasture-raised, etc. All that is incredibly important. I should probably make a video as to why, but the main reason is because again, the organic and non-GMO has tremendously more vitamins, minerals, and vital energy. We're going for vitality, and a lot of the inorganic and genetically modified products, they don't have the vitality. They're basically pharmaceuticals or plastics that just look good. And eventually they will rob you of your health. 25 to 35% of my diet, sometimes a bit more actually, is vegetables of every kind, but especially a lot of leafy greens that are rich in chlorophyll, minerals and vitamins with enzymes. Chlorophyll is very important. It's like the blood of plants. And when we consume it, it helps to cleanse our blood, removing toxins, chemicals, and impurities that we bathe in daily. But I eat a lot of other different kinds of veggies too that are of different colors because the different colors have different types of vitamins and minerals. I'll just mention here the reason I don't eat in restaurants is because typically they add things to their foods that I'm very allergic to. So like they will add gluten to sauces. And they won't put it in there, you won't know that they did that. They'll add soy, they will add sugar, fructose, they add glue sometimes to the meat to make it look like it's real meat, but really it's sort of processed meat with glue that holds it together. That's just an example. There's all kinds. And plus, they cook with vegetable oils, they cook on aluminum pans. All of that is really toxic. I just don't want to deal with any of that. I work so hard to maintain my health. I don't need to be ruining it with things that I don't even find fun. I know that some people, they like going to restaurants because it's fun. For me, it's not fun. I don't care. I don't need the additional problems. So about 20% of my diet consists of meal replacement shakes that are rich in vitamins, minerals, and amino acids. I use a very specific brand for these meal replacement shakes. Ask me if interested. Not all brands are good. The shakes I use are organic, non-GMO, soy-free, gluten-free, low glycemic, and higher on protein and amino acids than any commercially available shakes you'll find in any supermarket. It's a very unique brand. It's very, very good. It's available to my clients. So, like I said, if interested, ask me. On occasion, I'll have a small amount of berries, not much fruit, if at all. Nuts and seeds I'll have, typically with the leafy greens, because it makes both easier to absorb. The vitamins and minerals absorb better when you consume leafy greens with seeds together. Um, Oils are important. That's probably a separate video, but I really like MCT oil. I live off of that. A lot of the other oils that are like vegetable or any of the commercial oils, I won't even touch them with a 6-foot pole. Things I never consume: junk food and soda, desserts of any kind, products made of wheat flour and refined white sugar, soy or corn. I don't consume any conventional commercial foods from conventional supermarkets because pretty much all of it is inorganic and genetically modified. It's full of pesticides, herbicides, glyphosate, antibiotics, and hormones, all of which harm our health. It's just a matter of time. It's like a ticking time bomb. If you eat these things, eventually your health will be a disaster, and you're probably going to end up in the ER and not know why. And the doctor are going to be telling you, you're fine, your vitals look good, you're fine, but no, you're dying. And so you're going to have to change your lifestyle to eating organic and non-GMO if you really want to be healthy. I also never eat things like candy or gum, fructose corn syrup, fake sweeteners like sweet and low, aspartame, etc. I don't consume anything that has heavy metals or any synthetic chemicals that were made in a lab. I don't drink coffee simply because unfortunately I'm allergic to it. I just got bad luck with that. I don't have anything against it. Some of my clients do very fine with coffee. I just can't have any. I never consume alcohol. I don't smoke anything ever. I protect my lungs. My VO2 max is very important to me. I don't use pharmaceutical drugs or use pharmaceutical topicals. I always find natural, holistic ways to solve all of my health challenges and accomplish my health and fitness goals. I use herbs, supplements, nutraceuticals, plant-based medicines, energy-based medicines, and a variety of other spiritual healing modalities to resolve all of the issues I might have and accomplish my goals. Also, very importantly, is the mental and spiritual diet. What ideas and thoughts go into your mind and soul? What kind of content do you consume online? The books you read, videos and podcasts you listen to, people online that you follow, and people you interact with. Who are your role models? Who are you looking up to? I used to consume enormous amounts of research online. I lived and died in the endless rabbit holes. I really didn't believe there was such a thing as bad information. All knowledge was useful. And maybe at some point it is, but I've also come to realize that some knowledge is like poison. Like arsenic is bad for us in any amount. Even a small amount of arsenic can kill a person, depending on their predispositions. Some ideas are toxic. They're just like ingesting arsenic and mercury, and they may even corrupt your mind and spirit and make you mentally and physically sick. So I've become very selective about what I read, listen to, and pay attention to. If it's toxic, I remove it from my life immediately, including toxic people. Just one time somebody does something, they are out. Some might ask, is it possible to achieve high level fitness performance and cognitive performance goals using only holistic methods? Like people who don't really understand the holistic protocols and they think it's for the super sensitive or something, and they don't realize that these are um, basically super powerful methods for longevity and health. And my answer is, of course, yes. I think the holistic way is the only way to achieve those goals and maintain them. You can't actually achieve them with conventional standard of medical care, which is a disaster. It doesn't build health for the long term. You can't achieve it with conventional diet or conventional ideas. All of those eventually fall short. I've dealt with all kinds of physical health issues in the past, including injuries from training, martial arts training, other training, and I have successfully healed everything only with holistic protocols. People often think I'm 10 or more years younger than I actually am. Perhaps some of that is due to my genetics, but a lot of it is due to my holistic lifestyle and protocols that I adhere to so strictly. So I hope this video was useful to you. If you found it valuable, please subscribe, like, and share. I very much appreciate that. If you have questions about nutrition, weight loss, fitness training, how to get holistic assessments done, and in general, how to get healthy if you are currently not healthy, you can schedule a free 15-minute call with me. Um, and the link to that is in the description below. And so if you're struggling to lose weight or maintain a healthy weight, if you're struggling to maintain healthy nutrition habits, if you have an autoimmune disease or other chronic or serious health issues and challenges, don't hesitate to reach out and ask for help. You don't have to do this alone. If you're a professional athlete and you've done everything you've been told was right and you're still struggling, I know exactly why. I've been there. I get it. So feel free to reach out. I'll help anybody, male, female, any age. If you have high level achievement goals, I would love to talk to you and help you. Again, the link to that is in the description below. Stay blessed, not stressed. Thank you for watching. Word of mouth is the best way that people can find out about my work and the deep positive impact it has in people's lives. So don't forget to like and share this video with your friends, family, and social media. Also, check out the recommended video on the screen. If you would like to learn how our holistic health and fitness coaching programs can help you to achieve exceptional results with your health and fitness goals, please contact us to schedule your free 15-minute call. Link to scheduling is in the description. This is Coach Arriale. Stay blessed, not stressed.